I wanted to address a question that I got in my inbox yesterday, and the question was with regards to if you have a loved one that is getting back into the Jehovah's Witness organization, is there anything you can do or say to prevent them from moving forward in their endeavor to reconnect with the Jehovah's Witnesses? And that's it's a hard one. In my opinion, no. Unfortunately, there isn't much that you can do to prevent someone from going back into the organization. They already have the indoctrination a part of them, and that is one of the reasons that they are going back, is because they've been indoctrinated and they think that it is the truth. And I speak from experience when I say that, because I was raised in the organization and I left for a period of time. And then I went back, and I went back because it was ingrained in me. I was taught that it was the truth and that it was going to make my life better. And so I went back into it, and there wasn't anything anybody could say or do to deter me from going back in that direction, because it was a part of what I believed was the truth, and that was the whole reason I was going back in the first place. You have to understand something about the Jehovah's Witnesses, and that is that they are trained in a theocratic ministry school to come up against anything that anybody can say against the organization. They're literally trained to divert, to have an answer for, to shut you out and not listen to you if you are trying to, make them not move forward, or to make them think something, other than what they're being taught from the stage about their organization or religion. I remember, me when I was a kid, my mom and my stepdad were not married at the time that they were really starting to become very, very involved with the organization. I was very, very young. And I remember my mom, I remember this very clearly, needed to get married before they could get baptized. So my mom moved out and come over, and I think he was asking her to come back home. And I remember very clearly, she said, "Get behind me, Satan," to his endeavor to try and, bring her away from the organization. And so that is really the train of thought that they have. If you are trying to say anything at all that is going to detour them from moving forward in the organization, you are being used by Satan to do that. And so if you try to say anything, it's going to only further disconnect you. It won't bring you any closer to this person that you love or care about. So I would highly advise, if you want to stay connected to this person, probably not to say anything. At some point or another, hopefully, they come to the realization that where they are is not the truth, and they make a different decision for themselves. But they're going to have to come to that decision on their own.